All right, and welcome to the next video, which is all about retargeting pixels. So what is retargeting pixel and how to use it? So let's actually jump in to the internet. And in order to get started with the retargeting pixel, we need to go, instead of the conversion tracking, which we've done last time, we need to go into the audiences. And inside the audience screen, we will be able to create something called a custom audience pixel, or excuse me, list. And then we're going to have a screen like this. And the only thing that concerns us right now is website traffic, because we are only trying to create custom audiences for website traffic. Now, before I go on, what is a custom audience? What is a retargeting pixel? How are they connected? And what am I talking about? Well, a custom audience is really something that Facebook kind of created. That's their term. But what it really means is a segment of all the people who are coming to your website that happen to fit a certain criteria. So for example, in our case, as I mentioned, we are in the sports niche, and more specifically in the licensed sports apparel niche, right? This is our website, Sports Giveaways. As I said, we're fully transparent and showing you what we're doing and how we're doing it. And in our case, we have a ton of leagues, or at least a bunch of leagues, and a ton of teams inside each of these leagues: the football, the hockey, the basketball, the baseball, the college. So basically, all these visitors that are coming to our website are interested in all kinds of different merchandise, of course, depending on which team they're a fan of. So if we end up going to, let's say, hockey and looking for, I don't know, Pittsburgh Penguins, we're going to see apparel for Pittsburgh Penguins. But how does that really relate to this whole custom audience and all that stuff? Well, when the website traffic comes to our website, we want to be able to segment the people who are coming to our website and speak to them in their own language, if you will. So I want to speak to Pittsburgh Penguin fans about Pittsburgh Penguin apparel. I don't want to speak to them about the New York Giants or any other team for that matter in any other league, because they simply don't care. So what we want to do is create custom audience lists. These lists will contain people that belong to a certain criteria. In our case, we are segmenting them by teams. In your case, you may be segmenting them by different products that you sell. Whatever it is that you decide to do, it's definitely available to you through the Facebook custom audience list, okay? And why do we create these lists in the first place? Well, that way we can retarget, means to market to them again, retarget or remarket, whatever the word or phrase that you want to use, and we can go and speak to them directly in the language that they understand. So when that first time visitor comes to our website and they are now pixeled or cookied or tracked as a Pittsburgh Penguins fan, we now know that we can create a lot of ads that go out to Pittsburgh Penguins fans, only showing them Pittsburgh Penguin apparel. And we don't need to worry about showing them anything else or wasting our time or money to show them, let's say, any other team. They are primarily interested in that particular team, so that's what they should be seeing. And we will get, of course, bigger and better results if we use that technique, strategy, and concept. So that's why these custom audience and retargeting is also very, very powerful. So in order to create this custom audience, we click on website traffic, and then we have a list of website traffic that anyone who visits your website, people who visit specific web pages, people who visit specific web pages but not others, people who haven't visited in a certain amount of time, or a custom combination of thereof. You can say something like people who visit specific web pages, and then you can say, I want to segment people who are visiting a certain page of which the URL or the address, right? This is the URL. This address contains the word penguins in it, for example, penguins, right? And you want to obviously make sure that this word penguins is a part of your URL. And I want to go back as far as I can, which is 180 days, as Facebook says right here in this informational box. And I want you to basically put all those people who are visiting in the last 180 days and ongoing this particular page of my website. I want you to put them on the list called Pittsburgh Penguins, right? And you can name it anything you want. And I want you to basically, you click create audience, and that's it. And it starts, and obviously it's pixels that are installed, and we'll get to that in a moment. But as soon as everything is installed, it starts collecting and segmenting all the people who are visiting your website or different parts of your website into different lists. So now you can click this box, choose actions, click view pixel, take this code and go over to your Shopify store, online store, which is right here. And then from the online store, choose themes, and you're going to end up on a page like this. And then from this section of this page, you would click on these three dots, and you would select Edit HTML or CSS, and you would see this. Now, don't worry about if you're not a coder or not a programmer or have no idea what HTML is or how to spell HTML, then you're the furthest thing from any of this, because what I'm trying to show you here is exactly where to go and exactly what to put into that place where we're going to go in a moment. It is when you don't know where to go, when you don't know what to do, and when you don't know where to get the information to put into this certain place, that's when it gets anxious and confusing and all that stuff. But because I'm telling you exactly what to do, this whole process becomes a copy and paste process, which is very simple. You do this 100 times a day, right? So you've come to this page, you click on this theme liquid file, and you look for the line called head, H-E-A-D, and then there's another line called head with a forward slash basically in front of that. You need to take this code that Facebook gave you. Where is that? There you go. Copy it. Come to this page where basically I just led you to, which is the online store, themes. Then you would click on the three little dots, choose Edit HTML or CSS, then click on theme.liquid, and paste that code somewhere above this forward slash head. In our case, we have a little bit of a customized code, but you shouldn't worry about that. Simply paste this code right over here above the forward slash head. Then click save, and I'm not going to do that because we already have a special code here. Then click simply save. And what you'll end up doing is being able to track everybody, and I'll show you an example. So for example, let's take here the New York Rangers. We're doing exactly that with the New York Rangers people who are visiting our website. We're collecting audiences that are interested in New York Rangers apparel. And so far we've gotten, let's say, 1,300 people, and we've just started this recently. And this allows us to essentially create ads that will go after people who are in the list of whatever it is, the New York Rangers or the Pittsburgh Penguins, or in your case, it could be any other product. And that way, your marketing becomes that much more powerful, more personalized, and much more effective. And that is why the retargeting pixel is so powerful. And let's actually head over to the Facebook advertising and see how we can utilize this retargeting pixel, if you will. So once you've set it up, and it takes a little time for Facebook to collect this data and to populate this list, if you will. Now, keep in mind, this is a dynamic list. People always come to your website and they get added to all these lists. As you can see, we have a ton of lists because we have a ton of teams, and they keep coming and they keep getting segmented and reshuffled into different lists. And if you want to create an ad for a specific list, let's say, I don't know, Pittsburgh Penguins, you would again come to the website conversions, and the reason why you would come here is because you can track those conversion pixels that we spoke of before. And again, you don't, by the way, just so you know, you don't necessarily need to come to the website conversions type of ad. You can utilize this retargeting using either clicks to website or website conversions to website, or boost your post or video. You can use this in any of these types of ads. It's up to you which one you choose and the reason why you choose it. But basically, once you have chosen the Facebook type of ad, you will come here inside this ad, and normally if you don't have any custom audiences set up, as we do not in this specific account, you're going to see something like this: create a custom audience first. And if you click that, you're going to end up in the same place we were just a few minutes ago. But if you do have a custom audience list, then you would simply be able to choose that custom audience. And if you give me a moment, I'll show you an example. So here I am in our business manager side of Facebook ads. And in here we have a ton of custom audiences, as we've just seen with all these teams. So I now have this box to show you as an example, which will, if I start saying, let's say, custom audience, choose custom audience. So if I want the Pittsburgh Penguins, where are you? There you go. I can just click on the Pittsburgh Penguins and not bother with any additional targeting, whether it's the only thing that I would consider changing is possibly the country. So if Pittsburgh Penguins, if I know people from the Pittsburgh Penguins teams are possibly in the United States and Canada, I would just add Canada as the country here. Where is my Canada? There you go. And simply use the country as my kind of the guide as to where the people are coming from. However, I'm not touching the age, I'm not touching the gender, I'm not touching the interests. That's already done with. I don't care about any of that because the pixel has already collected the people who are interested in the Pittsburgh Penguins team. So now I don't touch any of this. The only thing I suggest is playing with the amount of money that you're going to be spending and how many images. Again, the multiple image ad is always better because it allows you to showcase more product and see in using your reports which products are actually working better. And then that's it. Just set up the images, the headline, the text, place the order, and you're good to go. And now think about it. You have a dynamic system that's basically running every time somebody gets added to the Pittsburgh Penguins custom audience because they visited that page. They're going to be shown this ad that you've just set up because they've now been added to this list dynamically. So this ad is always going to be shown to new people as well as the older people who are on this list because the people keep getting added to that list. So you set it up once and forget it, and it keeps running and showing it to the new people automatically. The only thing that I would suggest tracking is how effective it is, what's the conversion like, which is why you can use the conversion pixel inside this ad as well. If it's converting and giving you a positive ROI, return on investment, or if it's giving you a no ROI, or if it's actually if the images that you use are certain images that are good, certain images that are not so good, so you may want to change those aspects. But as far as the actual ad being run and shown to the new people as they're added to the list, that happens automatically. That's the power of the retargeting pixel. That's the power of custom audience. And of course, that's the power of personal advertising and marketing, because now you're able to segment people and speak to them individually and offer them something that they're interested in the first place. So the conversion by default is going to be higher and stronger and better. And that is what retargeting pixel is. I hope you have now a better understanding about the difference of what the conversion pixel and the retargeting pixels are. I hope you can see how you can use them together, and I hope you can see how they're each very powerful, separate, and obviously that much more powerful when they're used together, for example, as we're doing here. So that is what is going to take your business to a very, very different level. Now, in the next video, what I would like to show you is something that's very cutting edge, something that's very powerful, that has been on, just literally been baking, so to speak, as we speak. It is being tested as we speak, but it's incredibly powerful, and it's very reminiscent of what took place back in the late 1990s when the internet boom, if you will, was just beginning. And it's sort of coming back to that point. Not sort of, it's literally coming back. You just need to understand what it's all about, how to use it, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Discuss that in the next video. So hang on to your hat. This is going to get pretty cool. See you there.